All right, welcome out, sports fans, to another episode of the Gridiron 64 podcast. I've got two guests. This is episode number 10, part one, the interview. So every Monday, we always have guests, whether it be a coach or players or a player we try to bring in from different areas, different high schools to talk about their program. And today is no different. We've got two players from the Sinton Pirates football team. And I'll introduce them here in just a minute. Give me just a second, guys. Sorry about that. So I'll introduce our guest here in just a minute, but I do want to introduce my crew. First and foremost, I have the coach with us this evening, Steve Cantu. How you doing, Coach?
Hey, I'm blessed, brother. I'm happy to be here.
We also have Big T, Tony Pena in the house with us. How you doing, Big T?
Good, man. Ready to get it.
And then the Z-Man just joined us. Z-Man, how you doing this evening? I guess the Z-Man's still trying to connect.
Doing good.
There you go. The three doing good. All right. And then, of course, like I said, we've got guests coming on. We got two guests, two football players from the Sinton Pirates football team. We've got their quarterback, Rene Galvan. Rene, how you doing this evening?
Doing great.
And then we've got on the defensive side, we've got Jonathon Morin. Jonathan, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
So I'm glad to have these guys on. They've had a remarkable season this year. So we wanted to do a little Q&A with the guys. So Rene, Jonathan, thank you. I know you guys were busy today. You had school and you had practice, but we were able to talk to Coach Troutman. We wanted to get some of the players from Sinton, and he was able to get you two guys. So I want to thank Coach Troutman for getting you guys on the Gridiron 64 and talk a little bit of Sinton football tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Big T, Tony Pena. He's got a few questions for you.
All right, fellas. Again, thanks for joining us. So the first question I got is for Rene. So Rene, so far this season, you have 1,832 yards total passing and receiving combined, and 28 TDs. What do you attribute your success this season to? Is it the O line? Are they calling plays, calling your number on plays? Are you just watching what the defense is doing and just going for what is it that you attribute to the success you're having this season?
I contribute a lot of the success that I'm having this season to our offensive line. They really have put in a lot of work, and those guys are just doing great, and nothing better I can ask for. So
Awesome. Yeah, I know Coach Troutman talked really highly about him when we had him on. He said that they've been together since they were sophomores. So yeah, and I've seen them in action, and they're a pretty good group of guys. What are your plans after high school? What are your plans? I mean, do you plan on playing college after high school and going to college? What do you plan on majoring in?
yeah, I plan on playing college baseball and then majoring in kinesiology.
Kinesiology? All right, cool. What do you have a college lined up already, or that's just your plan right now? You still got your options open?
I still have my options open.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, again, congratulations on the success that you're having over there with the Sinton Pirates. I mean, you're putting up some great numbers, and I know this is your senior year, but this is not the first year you've had numbers like this. I know last year you had a lot of success as well. But congratulations again, and thanks for joining us, Gabriel. That's all I got. Oh, wait up, my bad. That's all I got for for Rene. I'm sorry. For Jonathan, you lead the team in total tackles this season. Um, what was the toughest offense that you've had to play this season? I mean, whether the offensive line was in your face or the running backs were hard to take down. I know for me, when I was in high school, the toughest team that I remember playing against was a team that didn't win a game. So, is it the obvious team that, was the closest, or was there another team where you felt like, man, that running back was hard to take down, or that offensive line was in my face? What was the toughest offense you felt like you had to face?
Honestly, it probably would be Rockport. They're a physical team too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, you definitely played a big role in that game. That was there wasn't a whole lot of points scored. I know between Sinton and Rockport, they put up big numbers. So, it was a very, very much defensive game. We talked about it after that game. Me and the guys talked about it, and it was, defensively, those both sides, really we're gonna decide that game, and Sinton definitely wanted it. And y'all did a good job coming out and really shutting down the Rockport offense. Um, so are you from Sinton? Did you grow up in Sinton?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so good, because that brings me to my next question. So what was it like growing up in Sinton? I mean, Sinton has been uh uh they've had a winning tradition for a long time. So it's not like just these last 4 years Sinton has had a good football team. What was it like growing up as a kid, going to the games? I mean, what was it like? I mean, just walk us through it. Like, who do you remember watching like in high school when you were younger that really made you say, I want to play football here. I want to be on that field like those guys. Like, what was it for you?
I think the dudes that stood out to me the most was Colton Cohee, Rob Knox, Ethan Owens, and Tristan Hansen, or Tyler Hansen.
Mhm,
Right. All right.
mhm.
Uh, all right, man. So, do you have any plans after high school? Do you have colleges that are you trying to play football on the next level, or do you have other plans for college after high school?
Uh, I would like to play college if I get an offer or anything, but right now I'm probably just gonna go to work.
You go to work? All right, nothing wrong with that,
Mhm.
man.
No.
Gotta make money.
Mhm.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it again. I appreciate having you. I mean, being the leading tackle on the team is not a small task. I mean, obviously you're having a really great season as well. Just keep it up, man. And I just want to tell both of y'all, if we don't see y'all again between now and then, good luck in the playoffs. We talked about it all the time. We look for Rockport and Sinton to make it to that fourth round, man, because you know what happens in the fourth round, right? Rockport and Sinton again.
Oh yeah. Go.
We
All
both
right,
got a
man.
long way to go. We got a long way to go.
Hey, but good luck, fellas. Good luck and congratulations. Y'all are having a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hey, that's all I got, Gabriel.
Z-Man, you're up.
All right, all right, all right. Let's see. Tony took a few of them from me, so I was trying to come up with some new ones. Renee, what does the number 9 state ranking mean to you?
Doesn't really mean much. I mean, we just go in every week with going in with a faceless opponent. We don't really look at rankings and stuff like that. We just kind of just worry more about ourselves and how we could get better every week.
The only way you can go up is keep on winning.
Yes,
There's
sir.
a lot of teams in that region at that bottom half there.
Mm-hmm.
So again, Renee, do you have an individual goal this season? And if so, what is it? Not a
An
team goal,
individual
just an
goal.
individual goal. Yes.
An individual goal was, I kind of have like two of them, but it was to reach 1,000 with rushing and passing, which I've come close. I'm come up on that right now, and then to reach to have all South Texas offensive MVP.
Sweet. Those are they're reachable for you, buddy. You're doing a great
Yes,
job
sir.
right now.
Yes,
You're
sir.
doing
Appreciate it.
great job. So this was thrown at Jonathan. So I'm gonna ask you, was there a player growing up that you looked up to while they played as when you were a kid?
Uh,
Wait, who's the
was that
fourth?
for me or for John?
Renee.
Oh, okay. Definitely Colin Cohee, just the way he played and being physical and just seemed like a really good dude.
What did he play? I can't remember him.
I know he played quarterback and he also played running back. He was a pretty versatile player.
Okay.
Defense as well.
Okay. And that's all I got for you. Jonathan, Tony kind of asked you this, but you kind of just explained about player. So I want you to elaborate more on the playing in Sinton? What does it feel like playing in that atmosphere, around the crowd, around the people, them behind y'all so much? What does it feel like?
Feels great. It's a lot of energy. They always keep us hyped while we're on the field. Like, it's never a low game for us.
Do they travel with y'all a lot? The
Yes, sir.
fans?
Yes, sir.
I bet y'all like that. So going into the playoffs, speaking of opponents we kind of throwing out there, who do you think would be the toughest in the region to get by? I'm gonna throw some out there. I'm throwing Wimberley, Navarro, Cuero, Rockport. Who do you think would be the toughest out there?
Either Cuero or Wimberley.
Cuero or Wimberley. Yeah, they're peaking at the perfect time, those two teams. Yeah, that is, like I said, this is a tough region. You know, we all know what region 3 is gonna win it, but hey, this is a tough one to get out of, out of 4. That's all I got. That's all I got, Gabe. Tony took my other ones.
That's okay. Hey, Jonathan, I just wanted to say something before I pass it over to the coach, because he's got questions for you guys. You know, when we talk Sinton football, right? Rightfully so, we talk about the offense. Everybody talks about the offense, and Rene and Rylan, his brother. I mean, rightfully so. These guys are doing a great job of representing the Coastal Bend area. They did it last year, and they're doing it this year. But one thing they don't talk a lot about is that Sinton defense. And you guys slowly are an awesome defense. I mean, you guys shut down some really tough offenses. That I've seen one game when you played Rockport. But really, when I talk to people around the area, and we talk Sinton, because I talk football 24/7, right? Everybody talks about Sinton, so that offense is powerful, and that they can score a lot of points, and they can pass, and they can run. And we talk about Rene, quarterback, and what he can do, and his brother Rylan can do. But slowly, man, this defense is pretty good in Sinton. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize this year, how good that defense is. So my question to you would be, talk a little bit about your defensive coordinator and what does he mean to you guys, and how he, keeps you guys focused. Because you guys, it's not just 2 or 3 players that stand out. It's a whole 11 team. It's 11 players on that team, and they rush to the ball. You're good on the secondary, the linebacker, the D-line. Talk about your defensive coordinator and some of the things that he does to prepare you guys when you guys play these high-power offenses and you guys are very successful.
Our coach, he the way he draws things up and reads it is like perfect, pretty much. Like the way everything is, we the way we fit and everything is usually perfect. But yeah, I really don't know what to say.
Yeah, no, Jonathan, the reason I asked that question is because you guys seem so prepared to me when I watched you guys play. You guys are very well prepared. It seems like whatever you guys are doing during the week, film sessions, it's 11 guys that really understand what the goal is. It's not just 1 or 2 guys. You guys are really good, which I think with an offense that Sinton has and a defense like that, man, who knows, how far you guys can go, because it seems like both sides of the ball this year are really good with some good players. So what's the name of your defensive coordinator?
Joe Ledwig.
Joe Ledwig. Has he been there and Sinton for a while?
He came with Troutman.
Okay, so he's been there for a while. Well, Troutman did a good job bringing him in, because the Sinton defense, it's tough, man. So congratulations. I just want to ask that question because I'll tell you, man, that defense for Sinton is really good this year. Coach, I'll pass it over to you. I know you got some questions for the guys.
Yeah. First and foremost, man, I'd like to say thank you again. Thanks again for joining us, taking some time out of your day. And, I want you guys to feel comfortable here. We are all 3 of us, all 4 of us, I'm sorry. We're all South Texas football fans, and we're Coastal Bend football fans. And we recognize talent when we see talent. And although, we all are from Rockport, all 3 of us, all 4 of us are from Rockport. We recognize talent no matter where it is. And we want to bring that talent in and give you guys a moment to talk about yourselves and your stats and your ambitions and the season and how it's going. We welcome you guys with open arms. I was very appreciative of Coach Troutman. He was one of my favorite interviews thus far this season. And he talked highly about you boys and the preparations you guys were putting in, the hard work. And it's showing on the field, you know what I'm saying? So thank you again for joining us. I'm gonna stick with the defensive side of the ball, and I'm gonna go to Jonathan first. So Jonathan, if you don't mind, I'm gonna run over a little bit of your stats. I know Tony did it earlier, but you are truly having a phenomenal season thus far. And we still have, who knows, 6, 7, more games left in the season. So your numbers are truly going to be off the chart when it's all said and done. So at the moment, you lead the team with 74 tackles. Tony mentioned that you got 3 calls, fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, and 5 sacks thus far in the season. So, it led me to think. I said, okay, well, let me look back a little bit and see how this, how you did last year. So last year, you were playing underneath a senior, and there was a guy that was, led the team in tackles. Is that something that you thought about going into your senior season, that you'd had to, go up with your numbers and have a better season? Is this something that you, a personal goal that you set for yourself, that you were going to lead the team in tackles and help anchor that defense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
first I could.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
It was a big goal, especially because last year throughout the whole season, I had led the team. And then the last game of the season against Wimberley, he passed me up by like 2 tackles, I think.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, that's phenomenal. I mean, you had a great season last year as a junior, and like I said, you're gonna surpass those numbers this year easily. Easily. So I wanted to take you back a little bit. First, I'll tell you what. First, I'll ask you, what has thus far this season? What has been your most memorable game this season thus far? Win or lose?
Definitely Rockport.
The Rockport game? Yeah. Well, I tell you what, man, you were all over the field on that game. I watched film for like 3 days in a row after that game. Of course, we were all licking our wounds, what I'm saying, and pouting, but there's no doubt that you have a motor that don't stop. I watched you on that last play. I'm going to take you to the last play of the game. And you rushed the quarterback and nearly had him wrapped up in the backfield. You fell down. He got away. He scrambled right. You got up off the field, off the ground. You're on all 4 on your belly, got up off the ground and ran him down and forced the errant throw. Talk to me about that last play. I know that, they still had plenty of yards to go, but talk to me about that last play and your endless pursuit to chase down Seibert.
I knew it was going to be, if I was to get that sack on the first play, the first time, the game would have been over way before that. But yeah, I just remember running in and our middle linebacker, A.D. Moody, me and him hit because Seibert moved up when we were running like this at him. Mm-hmm. And I fell, just got up and tackled him. But
yeah, well, I tell you, man, like I said, you really jump out on the tape. You know what I'm saying? When you look at him, you had 7 tackles on the for the game, but that really doesn't tell the tale of the actual game, the impact that you had. It was phenomenal to see, and I was just so glad to be a part of it. It's definitely one that I'll remember forever, without a doubt. And I'm sure you guys, feel the same way. It was pretty impactful. So let's see. So I tell you what, let me ask about preparing for the season. Is how tough has it been for you? Preparing week to week for all the challenges you got. Obviously you guys are undefeated in the district. Everybody's out to get you, and they want to beat you guys. How do you maintain your focus? Game in and game out.
Like I said earlier, like we go in and every week with face this opponent, and we give every team the same amount of effort we would give, like if we're playing a Rockford or a Miller, like a really good team, no matter the caliber of team they are, and we just go in every week trying to get better.
Yeah, no, you got, it's funny. It's funny how you guys, now that we have you guys on, and Coach Troutman's not around, you guys are still echoing the same things that he told us. So he's doing a great job and really getting you guys to buy into that, because that's the same things that Troutman said. He talked about face his opponent and how the focus is mostly on yourselves. Y'all focus on yourselves week to week and how to execute the game plan perfectly. So it's really awesome that you guys are taking all that in and really living up to it. Rene, let me see. So, some of your numbers, they're really off the charts. You talked about, setting a goal for having 1,000 rushing and 1,000 passing. And I told you when we were off air that heck, you might surpass that in the first quarter of this next game. That's how close you are. But you've had a great season thus far, and you're fixing to pass all the numbers that you put up from last year. So what do you attribute all that success to? I know Tony touched on it a little bit, but is it the full preseason, or do you really take on the challenge this year that this is what you wanted to do?
Yes, sir. I took on I give a lot of success creds to my O-line. They're a great group of guys, and they're the rock of the offense. But before that, going into this all season, I knew it was something we were gonna have to put in a lot of work, and getting stuck at the third round the past 2 years was something we were gonna have to put a lot of work in and get past that. And Coach Troutman did a wonderful job of getting us to buy in and everybody hands on deck, and we gotta work our butts off. So
yeah, no doubt. I mean, you guys are executing that to the fullest, man. Let me ask you this, a little bit more personal question. And I'm sure you've been asked this a lot. How is it sharing the backfield with your brother and all the success that you guys are having? How special is that to be able to share y'all senior season together and have thus far, what I'm saying? Obviously, you guys got an ultimate goal that doesn't end here in the regular season, but how special is it sharing the season that you guys are having with your brother?
Oh, it's awesome. It means everything to us, and we just we love doing it. We love going out every Friday night and being able to stand next to each other and give it everything we got for our team.
There you
go. Love it.
That's awesome. I tell you what. So my last question, we're gonna turn up the heat just a little bit, kind of like I did with Jonathan. We talked about the last play versus Rockport, and excuse us for being a bunch of homers and wanting to really just pick your brain about the game. So I want you to do this. Take me to the sideline. All right, take me to the sideline and talk to me about what Troutman talk to you guys about the last play there, that the touchdown pass is the one I'm talking about that you threw. Talk to me about that timeout that you guys had there and shared. What was going on? What was Troutman saying, and what was the play call?
Okay, so I think we're like on the 30-yard line, 35-yard line, and we called that timeout, and we knew we could possibly get like 2, maybe 3 more plays in with the amount of time we had. And he called timeout, and he looked us in our eyes, and he said, "Y'all want to go for it all?" And we said, "Hell yeah!" And he just gave us that opportunity. And our offensive coordinator, Mounts, I think he called the best play that there was for us, and we just executed.
Yeah, there's no doubt that it was a well-executed play. I'd say, the buzz was initially was like, oh, he scrambled left. He wasn't even looking right. Like it was a busted play. And then, of course, I get home and I watch tape as soon as I get to the house. and it was obvious that it was a well-designed play.
Yeah.
You rolled out left just a bit, set your feet. You in my eyes, you knew exactly where you were going with the ball, and the offensive coordinator did a great job. Studying tape on that cornerback, knowing that he was going to roll with you. You know what I'm saying, to help on that side of the field, and got himself out of position. And you made a great throw, and the receiver did a great job in pulling that down. So, I mean, that was awesome. You know what I'm saying? And how about the locker room? How about walking off the field after that great win? How was that locker room after the game?
Hey, it was turned.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I mean, we were talking to everybody after the game, and I was kind of like in a rush just to get back to the locker room with everybody with the guys and celebrate with them. But it was an awesome moment for us, and something I'd never forget.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I mean, I know very well, and you guys are going to have much bigger games, and your goals aren't, Rockport, win in Rockport, but it's just something about these two teams that, talking to Johnny down here. Johnny's an alum, and he played with Rockport, and he talks about games versus Sinton 30 years ago. So, it just, it assures me that you guys are going to, you guys got memories that y'all going to have for the rest of your guys' life. And like I said earlier, man, I'm just happy that I was there to witness it, so I could, continue to tell the story of the game, because it was an exciting game, man. It was exciting. So next week, you guys or this week, Port Isabel, is that right?
Rio Hondo.
Rio Hondo.
No, Port. Yeah, Rio Hondo.
Yeah. I got Rio Hondo. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Rio Hondo,
you guys hey, I'm gonna ask Jonathan a quick question. Jonathan, so you guys got y'all next games in Rio Hondo. Y'all gonna be taking a bus ride out there. Have y'all driven down there to Rio Hondo? Have y'all went to the Valley for a game yet?
We went to Raymondville for a game, but I believe this game is here.
Oh, is it? I'm
Yes, sir.
sorry. I'm sorry. Well, that killed that question, so we're gonna stay away from it. Hey, well, I tell you what, guys, I'll cut it off there, man. You guys are a great joy, man. Thank you for taking some time. And like I said, we're going to continue to reach out for the best of the best. And you guys right now are leading the way in numbers and stuff like that. So we appreciate you guys coming on and hope to have you back. I'm sure Gabriel's going to send another invite. Maybe, we won't get in, in nobody's way, come playoffs, but maybe there'll be a little week in there where we can have you guys down after maybe a second round win going into a third round, something like that. And just check back in on you guys and, see how you guys are doing. All right. So thanks a lot again.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, we're definitely in the playoffs. Going to be saying an invitation back to Coach Troutman. We'd actually like to get an interview with the defensive coordinator coach. Definitely like to get a receiver in if we can, and then definitely get Rylan in as well. Rylan Galvan, get him in and get his thoughts on the season as well. So hopefully, we send an invitation. We'll be able to do that. I know you guys are busy, but yeah, somewhere in the playoffs, hopefully we can get that. Definitely want a receiver, Rylan, and the defensive coordinator. We can get that on. We'll see what Troutman says, but. I have one more question, guys, before we let you guys go. And I had seen Coach Troutman interview before, and he was intense, man. I watched that whole video. I can't remember who he was with, but he was like, pick me out, because most coaches, they're not like Coach Troutman. I was like, wow, he's like intense. Like, I really like this guy. I like that interview, man. He was going. And then when we interviewed him, he was the same way, man. He's just a real intense guy, which I love. When I played basketball, I played football. When I played basketball, I loved the coach that was intense. It got me pumped. What's it been like to play for Coach Troutman? I mean, he's come in. He's still new to Sinton as a coach. He played there, but he's had some great success really quick. He came in. Sinton was kind of on the down years when he got here, and it didn't take him very long to pick this program back up. And it's been there, and I think he's going to continue to do great things for Sinton. What's it been like? I have a question for both of you. Jonathan, I'll go to you first. What's it been like to play for Coach Troutman?
It's been great. It's been awesome.
That intensity that he has, does it pump you guys up? Because it pumped me up, man. I'll tell you. Is he like that 24/7 on the field,
sir.
off the field? Yeah, he's awesome, man. Rene, what's it been like to play for Coach Troutman?
Oh yeah, it's been great. It's yeah, he's that way every day. He brings it to practice, and it gets us pumped. And I mean, I just wouldn't want to play for any other coach, and I love that guy. So
Awesome.
Absolutely, Rene. You know, it just shows the passion for me to watch Troutman like that. You know, and it's his alma mater. You know, he's played on that field, so it's special for him. You know, he played there, so he wants to see a Sinton succeed, and you can see it, man. When you bring that type of passion every day, like you guys are talking off and on the field, man, that's just the love he has for the kids and the program. And we wish him and you guys very much success as you continue this regular season. I know both of you guys are seniors. You know, hopefully your dreams will come true, and you guys are representing the Coastal Bend and South Texas. We've got some good teams here, man, but I hope one of these teams from the Coastal Bend area will be the team that'll make it out of the region. But just want to wish you guys luck as you continue through the regular season and the playoffs, and much success, man, and injury-free, guys, that you guys stay injury-free and make that run. And if Rockport and Sinton meet up again, it'll be another good one. But before I let you guys go, I'm going to pass it over to my crew one more time, see if anything they want to add. Big T, anything you want to add before we let the guys go?
No, I don't want to sound like a broken record. Just the same thing, man. Good luck on the rest of the season and the postseason, and just congratulations to the success y'all are having.
Thank you.
thank you.
Z-Man?
Yeah, I want to say a few things. Yeah, as Coach was saying about, you know, this has always been a rivalry between Rockport and Sinton. And of course, the words came up again, you know, the toughest team, the toughest opponent. Yeah, I'm the one that, you know, you go back some 20, 30 years, you know, that's where the rivalry started back in the mid-90s. And we found out through interviewing Troutman that I played on the same field against him during that year. And we tied 7-7 that game. There was no overtime back in the day. But, you know, this year, you know, I knew I had a strong team, you know. So I'm going to go through y'all with the playoffs. And in fact, we do a little prediction here.
There you go. I was going to say, if you're going to get to that, you better tell them who you pick.
We do a little prediction this on our podcast. You know, if we pick games for the season, you know, we got a little competition. We got a $100 bill on the plate right now for it. And the one that came up was sitting in Rockport. And we're all Rockport people. I'm an alumni for Rockport. And I did pick y'all over Rockport that week.
He did. Yes, he
Wow.
did. Yeah, lost a lot of friends, but he did pick Sinton to win that game.
So yeah, I know you have a great team. I know you have a great team. So you know, like, you know, we're all behind. This all Coastal Bend, as Coach Troutman says. You know, Coastal Bend football. He loves it, and that's the way we are here too. You know, so good luck to y'all guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I just want to say before I go to Coach Rene and Jonathan, one thing I tell the guys here on the podcast, I mean, because I know Johnny's one of the biggest Rockport fans. I mean, with all baseball stuff, I mean, he's always there yelling. So I know that his pick had nothing to do with not liking Rockport. Of course, he loves Rockport. But one thing he does on his podcast, he sees it realistically. They look at stats, and he picks the best team. That's what I asked these guys to do, you know, is look at the stats and make your picks. And he did. He picked Sinton, and we kind of jumped on him a little bit, but he picked you guys, and that's what he does. So it was a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun, man. Like I said, we're Pirates. We love Rockport, right? But we also see talent in Sinton and other schools, and we love to be able to bring them on the Gridiron 64 podcast and give them an opportunity to tell their story and the great season that they're having. We don't get a lot of publicity from the news outlets here, so this podcast is just something small that we can do to bring players and coaches in to talk and let the communities know the success that they're having. So, Coach, I'll pass it over to you. See if you have anything to say before we let Rene and Jonathan go.
No, I'm good. I'm ready to let the guys go. I'm sure they're ready to go. Hey, but check us out, man. I'm sure that you guys are going to want to watch this interview afterwards. So share it, man, and let's spread the word over in Sinton. And, you know, just explain to them, man, we're just football fans, and we recognize, you know, talent. So you know, just you know, when y'all do, man, just please share. And we love to get, you know, fans from Sinton, because we cover all games, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Best of luck.
Thank you.
Hey, I'll
Sure.
give you guys
Thank
a
you.
last word, Renee, Jonathan. Jonathan, anything you want to add before we call it a night?
No, sir. Thank you.
There you go.
Renee?
Oh, sir. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Hey,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you very much.
Appreciate y'all's time.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. I appreciate your time. And like I said, we'll be sending out Troutman somewhere between the first and second round of the playoffs. Hopefully we can get Rylan on and a receiver. And then we definitely want to get the defensive coordinator on before the playoffs start. So, guys, thank you very much. We appreciate your time. Much success. Till Coach Troutman, the Gridiron sends their hello. And we'll see you guys soon. Have a great night.
Hey, good night, fellas. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
Y'all
again.
too. Have a blessed one.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. That was Sinton football players, quarterback Rene Galvan, and defense Jonathan Morin. Man, these guys, they represent the Coastal Bend very well. I know we go, our team goes up against them every year, but this was another good one, man. I think it's gonna be like that for years to come. But we wish them very much success. They've got a lot of talent on that side of the ball. Troutman's doing an awesome job, and those assistant coaches preparing these guys, getting them ready for the playoffs. And so we'll keep an eye on them. We'll continue to talk about Coach Troutman and his team here on the Gridiron 64. But it was a great interview, guys. I really appreciate it. So if nobody's got anything to add, let's take a little break, 5-minute break, get something to drink. We'll come back and we'll start breaking down. We'll pass it over to Tony and he'll lead us in breaking down the breakdown. I think it's week 7, Tony, week 6? Not sure.
8.
And then the preview.
It's week 8, I think.
Okay. Well, let's take a little break, guys. And we'll come back in about 5 to 10 minutes and we'll start the breakdown and the preview on the Gridiron 64.
Awesome.
All right. What time?
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
5, 10, no more than 10 minutes, 5, 10 minutes.
Okay. All right.